Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK under Commander Jimmy Hunter. Started out at 125th Street in Harlem, New York in 1969. This is the ISUPK Nashville Wednesday night law class, and I am priest and officer Zabak Yasharala. Here in the ISUPK under Commander Jimmy Hunter, since 1969, we've been teaching so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians that you are the true biblical Jews according to the words of the Most High, according to the Bible, according to your history book. Here in the ISUPK and the Commander Jimmy Hunter are affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group that is on the face of the earth, for we are home of the truth. We're not affiliated with Christianity. We're not affiliated with Scientology, Egyptology, Islam. We're not affiliated with none of that false religion that is being pushed throughout this earth. For we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, home of the truth under Commander Jimmy Hunter. My topic for tonight, I'm talking about stay focused, pay attention. I know you've been seeing things going on, and especially with this little young brother, Nolan Wells. Nolan Wells went out on a little, typical little boat, him and three white boys. Nolan Wells didn't make it back, but they did. Just like it was a young sister, I forgot her name, a black sister. She was went to a sleepover. Say she was unalive. Said that she fell. But with Nolan Wells, they didn't see no foul play. So now let's turn the tables for a second. Say if that was three black guys and one white boy. All three of them black dudes would probably be sitting in a jail cell with no bond. Because all three of them would have been held accountable for the white boy death. But let me say it like this here. For blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, for you all that are not in the ISUPK and the Commander Jimmy Hunter, you don't know what white privilege look like. You don't. Because there's no way that they all went out there and them white boys ain't look like they dived in the water. They didn't, nothing. They just came back with his phone and nothing happened. So that's what white privilege look like when you can get away with unaliving a black person. Still today in 2026, like, but there's a judge. There is a judge, and his name is Yahweh. I'm talking about a righteous judge, a judge that is going to, he had the first say so, he is going to have the last say so. Just like he says that I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Devana Favors. The water for checking in. Hit the like button. Subscribe, share. For God's chosen people that really want to take vengeance, really want to see our oppressor, really want to see our enemies come to their demise. Like, you really can't take matters into your own hand, because when you know of the Most High, and you know these scriptures, then all you have to do is to sit back. Because the Most High said it best himself. He said, vengeance is mine. I shall repay thee. Because there's no way that you can sit and say to yourself that a nation that went and stole a whole nother nation and took that nation into slavery, took that nation through turmoil, took that nation through all types of hell. And still in 2026, you are still getting away with unaliving God's chosen people. There's no way that you can sit and think that it's a heaven for you. I mean, you do have your heaven, but your heaven is right here on earth. You is in your heaven right now. There's no way that you're gonna die and think that you're gonna go to a whole nother heaven after this heaven that you are basking in right now. It's no way. It is no way. And it was a white lady that was talking about the Nolan Wells thing, the little incident. And she had a valid point. She had a valid point because she said that if it was some black guys, if it was three black guys and one white guy, like all three of them black guys would have been charged with the death of that white dude. And which is true. Which is true. I've seen I was strolling on my phone and I ran across a short, and it was talking about how this black man had, for some reason, he did something to some white guys. He said something. He just came out of his mouth, and they hung him. His wife was pregnant. They hung this lady upside down, poured gasoline all over her. Gasoline and some type of burning oil, something. While she was hanging upside down, they lit her on fire. White man came along with a knife, cut the baby out of her while she was upside down burning, and they just crushed the skull of her baby. Nobody was tried. Nobody was locked up behind that. No nothing. No nothing. White privilege has been going on since these Europeans have stepped foot on American soil. American soil. And we as God's chosen people, for the ones that are not in the truth, for the ones that are not in the ISUBK and Commander General Hunter, we look and I have heard some black people say this here, well, it's not me. It's not happening to me. You don't know what they did. Just be talking crazy. But for brothers and sisters that are in the ISUBK and the Commander General Hunter, you know the truth. You know that it's coming back, Salaki, that Yahweh Shah, who the world knows as Christ, is coming back to avenge his people. I mean, it's no getting around that. You have precepts that is in the Bible that lets you know that the Most High will avenge his people, that Europeans, Africans, all these, let me see, the other 17 nations, you're going into slavery. And slavery is not going to be what you think it's going to be. Of course you don't think that you're going into slavery. Of course you don't believe that. Because your kingdom has white supremacy kingdom has been running 400 plus years. 400 plus years. So you think that your kingdom is still going to keep going. Trump has then came along talking about make America great again. You think that Trump is the great white hope, and he's not. He is not. The Most High is going to get the last say so. And there's no getting around that. It is no getting around that. But before I go any further, are there any questions? Salaki, are there any questions? All right. And when I seen that little short, when it was talking about the lady, and they showed a picture, and the picture that they showed, I have that book. I had ordered the book, and I was like, wow. But that book, you have to sit down and you have to have some real calming music for you to read this book, because just looking at the pictures that is in this book, it will get you hyped. It will have you to the point like you really can't. You really have to be in a calm state of being to read this book, because just the pictures alone will do something to you. Just the pictures alone. White supremacists have did the unspeakable to God's chosen people. Have, like, if you think about it, if you could think it, it has them been done. It has them been done. Like, when I think that I have done seen or have done heard how white supremacists have done tortured God's chosen people, like, I'm only scratching the surface. I am only scratching the surface with the way that white supremacy, the way that these white people have done tortured God's chosen people. And still yet to this day, they have so much pride going on with them till they think that they still haven't done enough. Yes.
At the they was on some show yesterday, and they was saying as of this year, it's 71,000 black people missing in America.
And that's from,
71,000. And that's just the ones that just been reported.
you say the ones that have been deported?
Reported. Like
Oh, reported. Yeah. And some of that probably is in the mix of sex trafficking. Sex trafficking plays a part in that too. But it's crazy the things that you hear, and it's no remorse. It's no. In order for you to have protection, you damn near have to participate in the sins of this world. In order for you to be up under a certain type of law, certain type of protection, you have to participate in the things that is of this world. That's why you have to thank the Most High for establishing the ISUPK and the Commanding General Army. Because if you really, really want some real protection, all you have to do is call on the men of the Lord from the ISUPK, and you will get protection like no other. But as far as you thinking that, you can't really lean on your own understanding. Because if you lean on your own understanding and you think that you really gonna protect yourself, you really don't know how. Because for you to really protect yourself, you really have to have a certain type of training. You really have to have a certain type of know-how. You just can't take it upon yourself and think that you can defend yourself. Because 9 times out of 10, the person that is trying to defend themselves is by themselves. It's by themselves. So yeah, you might have a certain type of gun with extended clip. But guess what? It's just you and this gun with the extended clip. Let me see what this person said. Andre from Knoxville, checking in. Hey, the Waterford checking in. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. If y'all that's online, if y'all have any questions, feel free to ask a question, man. The question to get answered. And thank you for checking in. But here in 2026, there is a solution. There is hope. You just have to have patience. You just have to believe in on the Most High. Because all these other nations that took Israel, that took God's chosen people into slavery, yo, their day is coming. So when they do go into captivity, Salaki, they're not coming out. There's no coming out for them. They're gonna be in captivity forever. And it ain't no expiration date on forever. And for God's chosen people that are being oppressed, you have to have patience. You can't just think that, oh, it's supposed to happen like this, it's supposed to happen like that. Of course, we seeing bad things happening to God's chosen people. Yeah, it's been going on. But just like it says in the scripture, yeah, we were due to go into slavery, but we wasn't due to go through the things that we have went through while being in slavery. They took it to a whole nother level. They took it somewhere where it wasn't supposed to go. But still yet, even in 2026, still yet while being in under oppression, we still choose to follow our oppressor. We still choose to follow our oppressor. We do not do the things that is of the Most High. We do not do the things that is of the Most High. Okay. Shalom on Christ. Water for checking in. Hey, hit the like button. Share, subscribe, sis. If you have any questions, shoot your question online and and ISUBK will get answered. So now we're gonna jump into some things that to give our people hope, to give our people some type of relief. And when I say our people, I'm talking about Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? Because in Christianity, there's no solution. There's no help. Only thing they give you in Christianity is a pat on the back, a handshake. They give you a whole lot of false hope. So they don't tell you that the thing that is of the Most High, but they do tell you about paying tithes. They is not gonna let you forget that. You is not gonna forget that. You're gonna pay some tithes, or you're not gonna step foot in that church. But the crazy thing with Christianity and these churches, I call them trap houses. You have so many. You have so many, and they all have the same purpose. They all have the same goal, is to get money. Is to get money. You talking about getting to the bag. Man, these trap houses is no joke. But young man, let me get Romans chapter 12 and verse 19. Shalom, Lord of Christ, Yalla. The water for checking in. So now we're gonna look at some things. We're gonna look at some things that is dealing with to give our people some hope, to give our people's some feedback, to give you some comfort, to give you some things that is of the Most High. Because of course you're seeing what's going on. And if you have any type of understanding, you know that it's wrong. You know the things that are going on. I'm talking about, look at how Rick Child just got off of unaliving that little young brother. Chased that young brother over a whole football field and unalived that young brother. Went to court and was acquitted. But when OJ did what he did, and them white people, Them white people ran OJ through the mud. I'm talking about tricked him even when they took his Heisman Trophy. Yeah.
Salaki, if I could, let's not forget that it came out, I think somewhere along the jurisdiction, or like the issuing of that verdict, it came out that it was more than likely Rick Child's son that chased and shot Carmelo, or the brother that got killed.
Mm-hmm.
But so now essentially, not only did Rick Child get off, but they got away with lying.
Yeah.
If that's the case, they got away with lying to us in our face over this verdict to get somebody out.
But it's more so that lets you know that who is who are God's chosen and who is not. Because it's no way that a black man could chase a Chinese or African or India red dot and unalive them. You going to prison. But when you look at what they did with OJ, when OJ got acquitted, they went back and set OJ up when they took the Heisman and he went and broke into the hotel room and took back his Heisman and all that. So now the people, you don't get in trouble for taking his Heisman trophy. You don't. But somebody gave OJ the little influence of your OJ, your Heisman over here. But now he gets in trouble. But then again, too, OJ, you wanted to be there. And at the end of the day, they still showed you that you was still a nigga. They showed you that you was still a nigga to them. No matter how much money they made off of you betting on you, no matter how many touchdowns you done scored, no matter how much that you done made the GM's money, you was still a nigga to them. You was just at that point in time when you running playing football, you just more so like a token nigga. But sitting in that courtroom to them, you was like the F you nigga. Like you that kind of nigga to them. But right now we're gonna touch on some bases that let you know that where the Most High is with when it comes down to when you have the wicked, when you have the ungodly, when you have people that think that they can do what they want to do throughout this earth, when you have people and let me be a little bit more specific, when you have white supremacy that is roaming throughout the earth seeking who they can devour, and they haven't stopped. They haven't stopped. I'm talking about from the time that they have set foot on American soil and then went abroad. White supremacy has not stopped. And when I say they haven't stopped, I'm gonna share something with y'all that I have seen. We take for granted when it comes to the fruits. They are making fruits that don't have no type of seeds. So now with that being said, if the fruits don't have no type of seeds, then guess who you're gonna have to turn to? You're gonna have to turn back to white supremacy because white supremacy is going to like control the food. So if they control the food, they are going to control the people. They are going to control the people, and it's all more so a controlling mechanism. But it falls under that NWO New World Order, falls up under that. And that's quick. All right, go ahead and read that. Go ahead and read that.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourself.
So this is what the Most High is saying: avenge not yourself. Don't take matters into your own hand. And it's hard. I know it is. I know it is. I know it is. But if you call yourself really studying these scriptures and you know you believe in the Most High. Because you look at Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6, and it says, trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and all thy ways acknowledge him, and he'll guide and direct. He'll direct and make thy path smooth. I'm kind of paraphrasing that. But if you have any type of trust in the Most High, when it comes to the things that what you are seeing, even if you don't live to see it in this kingdom, Lord willing, you're going to see it in the kingdom to come. You is going to see it in the kingdom to come. Because in the new kingdom, those that are under oppression, those that are in possession are going to take those that were captives, they are going to take them as captives. Like Salaki, Revelation 13 and 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That word shall is up and coming future prophecy. So you is going to go into captivity. It ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. But go ahead, and finish, young man.
Come on. But rather give place unto wrath.
Yeah, you got to get place under wrath. Like once again, I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But you just gonna have to fight that. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with you defending yourself now. Here in the ISUPK, we don't promote no type of violence. We don't promote, but we believe in self-defense. We're not the Christian church. We're not gonna, you slap us, we're not gonna turn the other cheek. That's not what that meant. Man. That's not what, for real, don't get it misunderstood. Go ahead.
Khan. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord.
The Lord say, vengeance is mine. I shall repay thee. I shall repay. I shall repay. I shall repay. So, like I say, in some situations, I haven't seen some people that have done took vengeance in their own hands. And by them doing that, you know, like take for instance, I'll give you a little case scenario. Like you might have a brother that unalive another brother. And he got friends that was unalive. Now the dude that unalived the brother, his peoples will go and unalive that brother. So now you know what I'm saying? It's like a chain of violence going on. It's like a chain of violence going on. But when the Most High gets you, like it says in the scripture, like the Most High say, can't nobody deliver you out my hand. Because when the Most High gets you, man, it's nothing that nobody can do. It is nothing that nobody can do. But if you have a spiritual eye, you can see that white supremacy kingdom is coming to ruins. You can see that their kingdom is slowly but surely coming to ruins. And when their kingdom is over, like World War III is right around the corner. Christianity don't tell you that. Like I say, Christianity will have you doing some Christianity will have you doing a song and dance. Christianity will have you rolling around on the floor. I seen I'm gonna tell you something I seen, man. They got this man in this robe and got these women on his knee on their knees. And the man will open the robe up and cover these women. Yo, Christianity is a joke. Christianity is a joke. And I be saying to myself, man, why do these people still partake in calling yourself a Christian? Why do you still go in these churches? Like, yo, this is crazy. This is fucking madness. Like, yo, y'all can't be serious. Y'all can't be serious. But, hey, what you see goes on in the world, it goes on in Christianity. It goes on in Christianity. Like it is crazy, but here today in 2026, like if you Black, Latino, Native American, Indian, you have to trust in the Lord, believe in the Lord. The Most High say, "Vengeance is mine." The Most High is going to repay, and I'm gonna give you a precept for that. Go to Ezekiel chapter 20, Ezekiel chapter 25, and we're gonna go to verse 14. So ain't nothing wrong with trusting in the Most High. You can't just use the Most High when you want to. The Most High said, "You honor me with your mouth and your lips, but your heart is far from me." You have to call on the Most High, whether bad or good. You have to. You have to. What else you gonna do? Stop thinking that you could do things on your own. I mean, you don't even have the power to wake yourself up in the morning. You don't possess no type of power. So, with that being said, you're gonna have to call on the Most High for everything. And there's nothing wrong with that. But just as well as you calling on the Most High, you still have to serve him too. You still have to do Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and 13. Still, you can't just think that you can use the Most High like a spare tire. That is not what the Most High is for. The Most High gave us sound instructions, gave us laws, gave us statutes, gave us commandments. But, we just want to serve the Most High when we want to. You got it? All right, let's go. Let's go, yo, man. Salak. My bad. My bad.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 25, verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom.
Yo, the Most High gonna lay his vengeance upon Edom, man. This is talking about Edomites. This is talking about Esau. This is talking about the so-called white man. The so-called white man. It's no getting around that. It is no getting around that. Because he is at the top of, like, if you know how they say, like a food chain? He is at the top of the unaliving chain. He is at the top of the raping chain. He is at the top of the thieving chain. He is the worst of the worst that is on the face of this earth. If you look up the most diabolical beast, like he's the beast of the field, this is him. Yo, his picture is in there. He probably he got his back turned with his head like this here, looking like, oh shit, they got me. Yo, this is him. This is him. I'm talking about the worst of the worst. And you have other nations that have came and partook in the things that he have done. It is no good. It's like so-called white man can walk on grass and you'll see steam come up, but it'll be a black print and the grass is dead. Like I'm talking about everywhere that the white man has stepped foot, mayhem has followed him. Diseases he has brought with him. All types of rats and diseases, and it's nothing good. It is nothing good. It is nothing good with him. So this is the Most High saying that he will lay vengeance upon Edom. Continue.
Oh God. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
Yo, he gonna lay vengeance upon Edom by the hands of Israel. Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Yo, this is up and coming. This is future prophecy. Listen, it's no getting around that. So now, when when this is like a nice cut. This is a nice cut. So when they be talking about how God loves everybody. So if God loves everybody, why he gonna place vengeance on a white man and his nation of people? Because when you look at uh Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 21, when it talks about prepare slaughter for the children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Come on, all of this go hands in hand. When you look at Lamentations chapter 5 and verse 7, when you see that white people be talking about, but I wasn't back there in slavery, I wasn't that, I wasn't this, but you're gonna have to pay for the iniquity of your forefathers. Just like we had to pay for the iniquity of our forefathers back during biblical time. Yeah, we wasn't around. I had a grandmother that was born into slavery. My grandmother told us that one night, man, some white men came and knocked on the door, took her father. She never seen him no more after that day. She couldn't even go to the police because the same police was the same people that came and knocked on the door. And this was not long ago. My grandmother passed away at the age of, my grandmother been dead now about, think about 9 months, 10 months. You see how this is right around the corner? So my grandmother passed away when she was like about, I think 95. 95. But guess what? In the kingdom to come, my grandmother is going to be owning white people. Her father, that they came and took out the house, guess what? He is going to be a slave master. And he is going to be good at it. He is going to be good at it. I mean, real good at it. Shalom Lord of Christ for Rock. Hey, the water for checking in. Hit the like button. You know, share, subscribe. You got any question, man, put in the chat. You know how we do. But so when it comes to this vengeance, man, you know what I'm saying? Like here in the ISUBK and the Commander General Hunter, we know better. We know what's up and coming. We're giving it to you. We're giving you the things that the Most High is saying. Like vengeance, like the Most High gonna have us to carry out this order, to carry out this vengeance. And it's gonna be done by blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. But go ahead, do young man, and finish.
Khan. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord.
Saith the Lord God. Nah, you too wild. But this right here, the most I told you in Romans 12 and 9, he said, vengeance is mine. The most I say, vengeance belongeth to me. So it's no need for us to go out and bring up as a mob of people and think that we should take matters into our own hands. Now sit back, have some patience. I know this shit look crazy. I know this look crazy. Know this look crazy, but here, oppression maketh the wise man mad. So by you being oppressed, guess what? We have a place for you here in the ISUBK and the Commander General Hunter. Commander General Hunter, along with the other generals, captains on down, they gonna show you what it is. They gonna show you precept upon precept. They gonna show you how you sit back and you serve the Most High. Wait on that sky to crack. Because when that sky crack, hey, listen. And with that, that's a whole nother story because now they talking about flying saucers, UFOs, this and that and the third. But white supremacy is gearing up to have people along with the U.S. military to fight against Yahweh Shah and the angels. which they gonna lose, which they gonna like, which they gonna lose. But they are trying to recruit civilians in on this fight. But here in the ISUPK, the Commander General Hunter, we're gonna sit back and we're gonna enjoy it. And we're gonna rejoice because we know the Esau kingdom is coming to an end. And it's gonna be the beginning of Jacob. And guess what? It is going to be our turn. And when I say our turn, I'm talking about we're gonna rule forever. We is going to rule forever. But let me get Second Thessalonians. Second Thessalonians, and I'm gonna go to let me get chapter 1, and you're gonna start at verse 5. But for some of God's chosen people, for those that are not in the truth, they lack understanding. They lack understanding. They lack knowledge. You know, it's like I want things to happen now. I want this to go on. And it don't work like that. I know things look crazy. I know things look crazy now because we sit and say to ourselves, we sit and say to ourselves that this shouldn't be happening. But set aside from all of that, you know, you have to thank our Black leaders because take a look at the young brother, Nolan Wells. If Christianity would have introduced him to Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6, when it say, "For thou art a holy people, the Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people above all people that are upon the face of the earth." If he would have been taught the things that was of the Most High, then he wouldn't have been sitting on that boat. He wouldn't have been sitting there by himself. He wouldn't have. That's like the sister that went to the sleepover. She wouldn't have never went to that sleepover by herself. But for God's chosen people that are not in the truth, when they don't know no better, they fall under that Martin Luther King spirit. They think that they could come together and make a difference and unite, because you are sitting amongst a base people. You are sitting amongst vile people. You are sitting with the beasts of this earth. Like, what makes I don't get it. Like, deep down inside, I don't get what would make one Black person think that he gonna change 3 to 4 or 5 white people. Like, you have to take a look around and see what's going on. Like, yo, these people are still unaliving God's chosen people. They are still unaliving. They are still unaliving at an alarming rate. We think that for some reason that, oh, this is my friend. We are buddies. No. But this seed has been planted in God's chosen people that are not in the ISUPK. This seed right here has been planted for years. God loves everybody. You should learn to love. Like, no, no. Because anytime that you go sit in Christianity, they are planting these type of seeds in your head to have you thinking that, oh, I should love these people. Why are you loving a people that is unaliving people that looks like you? White supremacy are unaliving Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because they know that These are God's chosen people. But we are so stuck on trying to unite with a people that don't really have love for themselves. Go ahead.
So I think deeper question along the same line of thinking. Why are our people aligning with people that ride for a country that still doesn't recognize us legally
Yeah.
as full people?
No.
That constitution still has yet to get an amendment to say that we're full people, but they got gay rights and Asian protection laws and all kinds of.
That's why I said in order you too well. That's why I said in order for you to get protection, you will have to participate in the things that is of this world. You will have to participate.
Or get it from the street. So I mean,
Yeah. Set aside from that. You have to come into the truth. If you Black, Latino, and Native American, you have to get into this truth because now you would be up under the Most High protection. Because the thing that is of this world, man, it's not rocking. Yeah, go ahead though. You got that?
this Scorpius, verse 1, which is a manifest token.
Salaki. Salaki. Start at Salaki. Start at verse 6. Start at verse 6. Salaki.
Verse 6. Seeing it is righteous, seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
And that's what we need. Which is coming. But I know some people be like this right here, yo, it's not happening fast enough. You know what I'm saying? Why are these people doing this and nothing is happening to them? But you have to look at the laws of the land. The laws of the land are it's not for God's chosen people. It is not for God's chosen people. Like if you look throughout history, like with Trayvon Green, Emmett Till, George Floyd, even though I'm gonna say this here with that George Floyd. Go ahead. Him too. I say Trayvon Green. Man, Salaki, my bad. Hey, the water. Yeah, the water. Like with George Floyd, a lot of people don't know that they have penitentiaries for crooked cops. The penitentiary look like college, like you going to a college dorm. They will take them cops, take them to trial, like the prosecutor, judge, the lawyer that's on the other side, all of them is like buddy. They all might have lunch together, play golf, and this and that and third. But this the point I'm getting to. That cop that unalive had his nigga on George Floyd, I bet you that cop is probably home right now. And the reason I say that because they're taking the trial. Before he went to trial, they already done had his appeal in motion. They had his appeal in motion. By the time they took him to trial, it's a hush-hush thing. They'll say, oh, he got time, this and that third. He get out, do some months, get out, probably done move him somewhere like Idaho or Wyoming, something like that, and got him a nice little job, something like that. Just hush-hush, he quiet. He is out of sight of the media. But white supremacy know how to do things that is on the hush-hush. Yo, we got to give you a little bit of time because we don't want to riot the cause. We don't want this to break out. We don't want this to happen. He done went to a penitentiary that ain't got no fences. It don't even look like a penitentiary. Look like he in college. Call his number. Hey, look, we done set you down. You out of the media. Ain't nobody talking about it no more, this, that, and the third. He probably did about like 9 months, 10 months, and now he's back on the streets. But you can't go back. You gotta stay out of the media. That ain't no different than you dealing with a snitch or something like that. You need a whole new identity, Social Security card, birth certificate, things of that nature. Man, we're gonna put you somewhere like have you next door to Amish people. So it's nothing else said. But that's how they do though. But you read
Verse 6.
okay, all right, go to verse 7. Go to verse 7.
And to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Jesus shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels.
So this right here, like I said earlier, talks about how well, you know, for those that are outside the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, a lot of people don't believe that the sky gonna crack and Yahweh coming back with millions upon angels. Well, white supremacy, they have this thing going on now where they are talking about UFOs, this and that, third, but they know. But they making it seem like they are going to be fighting against aliens, and which is not. You are going to be going up these chariots. You are going to go up against Yahweh Shah, and you're going to lose. And it ain't going to take that long. It is not going to take that long. And it's going to be over. It is going to be over. And God's chosen people are going to rejoice. So now for the ones that are not in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, when this day do come, it is going to be a dark day. And yes, you shall rejoice. You are going to rejoice because now you are going to see white supremacy kingdom fall. You are going to see white supremacy kingdom come to an end. So now you ain't gonna have no other choice but to serve the Most High. It is no getting around that. You is not. Don't think that you is going to be in the kingdom and do what you was doing in white supremacy kingdom. No, because now you is going to be under a rightful rulership. Go ahead.
So I can question. So it so I know there's going to be a hierarchy in that heaven in that place, right? In terms of the nation of Israel versus other nations, all the other nations, right?
Mhm.
Maybe certain-
Mhm.
Within Israel, for those that are not consciously actively serving the Most High in word and in deed.
You want to know what's gonna happen to him? I'm gonna let you read it for yourself. All right. You want the precept? Go to Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 12. I ain't even gonna turn there, man. I'm gonna let you read it for yourself. I'm gonna let you read it for yourself. I need you to read it. Hey, listen. I need you to read that with authority, with conviction. So now this is the answer to your question. Thus saith the Lord. For those that don't want to serve, listen. Let me say it like this here, because that's what I want you. That's why I want you to read it with conviction. For those that don't want to serve you on your plantation, okay? That's why I want you to read it with conviction.
That's a lot.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm talking about Israel.
Israelites?
I know what's going to happen to the non-Israelites that don't want to serve. I get that. That's transparent.
So you saying, okay. Let me see if I got you right. You saying for Israelites that don't want to serve, come and serve the Most High.
Kind of. What I'm saying is that for Israelites that have yet to, repent and start to actually serve the Most High prior to this guy crack. So essentially, they're still living like heathens. They're still eating the shrimp, pork, crab, lobster. You know what I'm saying? They're still laying with heathens, laying with enemies, things of that nature. They're breaking laws.
Mhm.
And there's those Israelites, like the ones in the ISUPK, for example, that are doing the work to bring Yahushua give Yahushua his army, so that when the sky cracks, we're there, formed up in ranks, right? And the ones that are in the nation, but that are not actively serving the Most High by way of through action and word, what's going to happen to them is my question. Not the heathens. I'm saying Israelites that are living.
Notice, I'm.
It's the same precept.
This precept. Let me see. Let me read it. This precept I gave you is for those that yeah, that's for non-Israelites. Ah, say for the nation. Yeah, because it's saying, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, Kana.
Yeah.
It's saying for the nation and kingdom.
And what's scripture read it?
Isaiah 60 and 12. Yeah.
Come on. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall utterly be wasted.
This was his question. He said that when, like, when the sky crack and Yahushua comes back, he say for those, you saying Israelites. He say for those Israelites that are not, that would not be serving the Most High. He say, what would happen to them? Did I word it right?
In essence, like for Israelites that aren't serving in word and right, like they're just essentially just genetically, hereditarily Israelites. They're not serving. They're not in the attitude. They're not doing. They're not keeping any law, statutes, and commandments, and all righteous. Well, they're gonna be unalive. And so it's the same precept.
Yeah, because it said,
You got a few with Christ talking about it. Let's see. I think is it the one say, "All the ones serve me, bring hither."
yeah, that's one. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Dang, I forgot that precept. Yes, that one where Christ said, for all those that won't serve me. I think that's in Matthew. Your phone work faster. Can not. You found it?
I think so. I'm playing like something like
19 or what?
Just a feast from my sword, just a couple of
Yeah, I got another one for that too. I think Revelation, let me see, 12 or 5. Nah, I can't use 12 and 5. Well, yeah. Revelation 12 and 5. And she brought forth a man child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. So that's a precept for Luke 19 to 27. But that's 3 of them, though. You got them? Isaiah 60 and 12, Luke 19 and 27, and Revelation 12 and 5.
Hosea's new.
Isaiah 60 and 12. So you got all 3 of them?
Oh.
All right.
One.
Yeah, on the ball. Yo, for time's sake, man, we're gonna go to let's go to Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 12. Salaki, I mean, think about something else. I'm jumping. Habakkuk chapter 2. We're gonna start at verse 4.
Oh God, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse.
That's Habakkuk.
Habakkuk, chapter 2,
verse 4.
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
So this is talking about man, so-called white man, because his soul is not upright in him. He has a lot of pride. He's the devil that the Bible is talking about. He has then deceived this whole earth. He has then went about and pillaged everything. He has then raped anything that you could think of that has mayhem attached to it. White supremacy has then done it, followed by all other nations too, all other 16 that falls up under, which makes that the 17. All right, go ahead, continue.
Come. But the just live by his faith.
And that faith is believing that white supremacy is coming to ruins, that white supremacy is going to fall, which it is, but you have to believe on the Most High. You know, you can't sit and think that, let little minute stuff clog your vision. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep believing on the Most High. I know things look crazy. It do. Things look crazy. But you have to believe, you have to trust in the Most High. You have to trust in the Most High. I'm talking about with everything that you have in you. Let me get all right, let me get verse 5. Baba Kasha.
Come on. Verse 5. Because he transgresseth by wine.
Man, listen. When the so-called white man drink, anything goes down. Anything goes down with him. Like I never seen a white person drink and being social. I never seen a white woman drink and being sociable. Like they're not like blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. I know some black people say that they know some black people that drink and be violent. Listen, I don't know no black, Latino, and Native American that drink and be more violent than the white man. Straight up. I don't. It's nothing like we could statistically. Nah, nah. Even without him not drinking, he vibe. But imagine him when he is drinking. It's worse. Go ahead, yo.
Oh, God. Neither keep it at home.
Yeah,
And
never stays at home. One thing about him, so-called white man is worse than a flip phone. He stays on room. He is, hey, he is all over the place with it. He is all over the place with it. And go ahead, yo, man.
oh, God. Who enlargeth his desire as him and is as death and cannot be satisfied.
Yeah, the so-called white man, he never been satisfied. Just as his wife, just as his kids. They have appetite for desire. They have an appetite for death. They have an appetite for just strictly mayhem. Like it's 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 uh it's just crazy with them. I mean, it's nothing good that you could say about white people. Like here in the ISUP Canada Commander General Hunter, if you were to ask us what is a good white person, we're gonna tell you one that get on their knees, kiss our boots, one that'll empty out their bank account and give us their money to keep pushing this truth. But as far as like, I mean, I'm gonna speak on me. I see all of them as the same. Like I don't believe that it's some good ones out there. I don't. I don't. You know, and am I above being corrected? Correct me. But for now, I don't see no I have. But I have seen now the ones that we get boot kisses from, man, you all right. But you're not getting 100% from me, but you all right. But go ahead though, young man.
Oh, God. Cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Hey, listen, this right here describes white supremacy to a T because they have them went to all nations. They have them went and robbed, raped, unalive. And if it was left up to them, they would want all nations to be in submission unto them. They wouldn't have it no other way. That's why it is a must that white supremacy come to ruins. All right, shalom, Lord of Christ, sis. The water for checking in. You know, hit the like button, share, subscribe. Okay, the water. But white supremacy, they have so much pride till they don't think that their nation is gonna ever be ruined. Like I say, they have them voted. Like when they voted for Trump, they didn't care if they lost everything. In the back of their mind, they believed in Trump more than they believed in the Most High. They believed in Trump that, like, yo, like he, you know, the great white hype, like he is going to make America great again. It didn't matter who had to be unalive. It didn't matter who got pushed over. It really didn't matter as long as they made it to the poll and voted. But now, even some Trump counterpart is like hating on him, like, yo, they really talking shit. Like, we voted for you and this is what we getting. But hey, like I've heard it said, you gotta play the hand that you was dealt with. You're gonna have to play the hand that you were dealt with, but listen, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come because at the end, you're gonna have to deal with the most high. Uh young man, let me get Job. We're gonna start at verse 12. I mean, Salaki. Job chapter 12. You're gonna start at verse 7.
Oh, man. This is the book of Job, chapter 12, verse 7. But ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee.
So now, when it comes down to when it say ask ye the beast, kind of paraphrasing, ask ye the beast and he shall teach thee. If you look at throughout history, I mean, you can go back and look this up on YouTube. The so-called white man has then took animals out of their natural habitat and had them put them in zoos. I mean, when you're dealing with the white man, like everything is about money with him. But you go back and look, they have them pay the price because deep down inside, these animals know that they were under a wicked submission, that they was under the most craziest demise. How you gonna take an animal? How you gonna take a lion or a lioness that is out of their natural habitat and now you put them in cages and now you expect them, you got them trampling over each other, and then you're gonna take them and try to put them in a circus and like no, I mean, even down to like when you look at the orcas, when you go to SeaWorld, you got that's like you trying to put a big catfish in a little small tank in a house. Like, that's not that don't make sense. It don't make sense. And you wonder why these animal attacks occur because even the animals know. Even the animals know that the so-called white man is diabolical, that he is wicked. Like he is. Go ahead, young man.
Come, come. And the fowls shall teach thee.
Yeah.
They shall teach thee.
Yes, they're gonna tell you. They are going to tell you. I mean, like, look at how they done had oil spills upon oil spills. I seen one time where they was I seen this on YouTube. Like it was like a little YouTube short when they was dumping like feces in this lake. I mean, like it was bad. It was bad. But even down to still in Flint, Michigan, they still don't have good, clean drinking water. And this done been now. I remember hearing about this back in 2017 when I came home. And it's still going on. It's still going on. It is still going on. Like so-called white men don't care about nothing. As long as he can make himself look good in the naked eye, in the public eye, he don't. Yeah, go ahead.
Slug you about it. Uh, I've seen these devils, these white people ride their yacht out to the middle of the ocean, go fish, litter, drop bag. The bag gonna drop to the middle of the ocean floor or whatever. On the way down, it's gonna trouble like a sea turtle or something. That's the whole thing. And they're gonna take the yacht back in and then ride it through really shallow water and disrupt the manatees. You
Yeah.
ever seen a manatee? they have welts all up and down their back,
Mm.
tantamount to like scars, how much you would see in slave books,
Mhm.
because of how close they naturally just are to the surface of the water.
Mhm.
And these people know, don't drive your boat through this part of the water because it's too shallow. Manatees naturally come through here to eat. Like their food is there. This is their spot. This is them. But
Okay.
because of white supremacy and them just want to have
Damn.
games, they don't care.
They don't care. They don't care. They don't.
And that's all system right there. That they moved to Florida for that.
Uh-huh.
People don't care about anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't. But it's facts.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes down to white supremacy, man, they pride has done like supersede their senses. They want to look good, even in the midst of them looking bad. They still try to clean it up. They still try to clean it up. Like, they. It's crazy how they're the things that they have done to God's chosen people, and they'll tell you that it was done like the Lord, like they'll try to implement something by saying that the Lord has something to do with it. I haven't heard like clips. I haven't seen clips of the KKK, and I haven't heard in a clip that they say that the Lord sent them to do this. Like, no, like no, like no, and but when they go into slavery, it's going to look like you came upon a whole bunch of cave people. That's what it's going to look like because they're going to be dirty, which they still do look dirty. It's when I look at, I mean, this be my way of thinking. I just be looking at white people like they had a big dog show. Like they done got dressed up. You know what I'm saying? Like they done got dressed up. But still, yeah, you know, I don't know. That just be my way of thinking. Well, go ahead though, yo, man, and finish.
God, verse 8. Or speak to the earth.
Even the earth, yeah, with the ozone layer, with the smog, with they tried to. That's the things that they do, and now they trying to come back and say that they making machines to where uh uh trying to do away with factories, trying to do away with this and that and the third. And now, even though you ask the earth, now white supremacy is taking seeds out of fruits. They are taking seeds out of fruits. They are making it to where it's gonna be to the point to where you can't even go buy seeds no more. Like you either gonna have to have a license or you're gonna have to be in an elite group. You're not gonna be able to grow nothing. So you know how much control that is? You're already getting lab meat. You gotta really know what you're looking for. So now imagine like you just gonna be having cows and you're just gonna be having things that you really ain't gonna be able to touch if you're not a part of a certain sect of people. And people is not really paying attention because after a while, here in the up and coming future, when it comes to them seeds, they're gonna be going to people's houses, man. It might come down a day that you might be in a pair of handcuffs for having seeds in your house. Look, they'll lock you up for rainwater. You will get locked up for rainwater. So now, look at what it said, or speak to the earth. And this is water that is coming from up above. So you see how cruel white supremacy can be? Right? Oh, that shit is terrible. Go ahead, though. Go ahead, young man. Go ahead.
Oh God. Or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee. And
Nah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
and the fish of the sea shall declare unto thee.
Listen, you have certain types of fish that has done, I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say that due to things that have them been dropped off in certain ponds or certain factories, that they have caused fish to have certain amounts of mercury in it, and the mercury has then took effect on people's bodies. But once again, you have and you have to put, you can't point the finger at nobody else but white supremacists. Like when I say they have went through this earth and has done the most, they have done the most. They have done the most. Like it's no getting around that. But then they'll come back and make it seem like they have not done nothing. But then they'll take the focus, they'll take your mind off of something by putting something in your eyesight over here, but then behind closed doors, they over here doing something. Now let me let's go to Ecclesiastes. I hope I wrote down Ecclesiastes, not in the Apocrypha. Give me chapter 7 and verse 9. So you have to be a man or a woman of a certain type of spirit. Even if set aside from not being in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, you really can't take matters into your own hand. Because by you taking matters into your own hand, now you got to deal with the laws of the land. And when man or woman take matters into their own hands, they really don't know how to control their emotions. They really don't know how to control that anger. All right.
This verse 9. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry.
Hey, you don't have to be so quick to have this attitude. Don't try to hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to trust in the Lord. You're gonna have to trust in the Lord with everything that you do. Yeah. Do we get angry? Of course we do. Do we want to take matters into our own hand? But like the saying, like when you know better, you will do better. And by you knowing the thing that is of the Lord, then you will know how to do better, because now you done got some sound instructions. You haven't got some good instructions. So it's no need to, you don't have to sit back and really look for it. Because for all those people that are doing wicked, for all those people that are doing things that is not of the Lord, judgment is upon you. But you're gonna go through judgment, whether good or bad. But for those that have been doing wickedly for years, their day coming. Their day is coming. But go ahead there, young man.
Khan. For anger rested in the bosom of fools.
Yes, anger rested in the bosom of fools. So you can't let this anger sit on your chest. Because if you let this anger sit on your chest and you act doing it, guess what? You're being a fool. You is being a fool. And once you act doing it, guess what? Now you might be sitting up bond denied. So now you're gonna have ample time to think about what you have been doing. And then you're gonna be like this right here. I shouldn't have did that. I wish I went, but then it's too late. Because now you don't have no bond. Now you sitting up, now you gotta hear people farting at night. Now you gotta hear people snoring like they done helped build half of a city. But this is what happens when you let anger get the best of you. So, you just have to, if you trust in the Lord, believe on his words. Believe on his words. Hold on to the things that is of the Most High. Hold on to the things that is of the Most High. And know that vengeance is of the Most High. Vengeance is of the Most High. I mean, no matter who you are, man, every person that is on the face of this earth, every person that is on the face of this earth, you're going to have to go through judgment. You're going to have to go through judgment. You're going to see the Most High. That book is going to be open. You're going to have to answer. You is going to have to answer. And I look back on things that I have been doing. I didn't know this when I was a little boy. Hey, man, I'm going to share something with y'all, man. I was a little boy, man. I was about, I think about 9, 10. This lady hit my dog. Man, this was my dog, but my dog didn't die. My pops, he was at work. My pops, he used to be a master welder. And I'm young. I'm young. My pops used to work in the morning, teach school at night. Man, I had a little white t-shirt on, man. My dog, my t-shirt covered in blood. But my mama, she didn't even see, she didn't see the dog. She just seen my shirt. Begged my mama, man. Mom, long story short, they had to amputate my dog leg, one of his back legs. He was all right, though. He's still walking good, this and that there. I found out where that lady lived at. Man, I want to kill their dog. And I was, hey, because the lady, I ended up seeing the lady again. Her husband, he used to cut my hair. She walked in the barbershop one morning, and I told the lady, "You the lady that hit my dog." And the lady looked at me like, but they was, let me see, this man, he was a preacher. But she tried to act like she was all uppity. Man, I described her car. I told her what she did, this and that third. Man, nah. And this was my only dog. Like, I ain't never got another dog after that. I this is my dog, but my man, he got up with another little female dog. He ran, he had a little family and all that. But that thing hurted me so bad. I had anger on me. And it wasn't a good thing. And I just went somewhere, but Being in the ISUPK and the Commander Jimmy Hunter, I'm dealing. Yeah, I'm 100 times better than what I was when I was younger. When I was younger, I was all gas and no brakes. But you just can't take things into matters into your own hands because some people they don't have a turn-off switch. Some people do, some people don't. But if you know that you done renewed your spirit, you done renewed your thinking process, then you could just sit back and just look at a person and just be like, I'm not even gonna let you get the best of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna entertain you. I'm not even gonna argue with you. I have a saying now. And I started saying this before I came into the truth. I'll tell a person like, if me and a dude had a misunderstanding, Salaki. If we had a misunderstanding, I'll tell him, man, you won. Tell him straight up, yeah, you won. And the look on a person's face when you tell them that, like what? They'll be looking like, what? Won what? I still have a comeback for that. Everything. Like you won, but you really have to discipline yourself. You really have to let the Most High come in and really deal with you. But if you Black, Latino, Native American, and you're not in this truth, you have to get in this truth. You have to get in this truth. You have to stop thinking that the world will make you a better person. When the Most High said in 1 John 2:15, love not the world nor the thing that is of this world, for if any man love the world, he's an enemy of God. So this is our history book. The Bible is your history book if you're a Black, Latino, or Native American. This is your constitution. That we the people, that's not for us. It wasn't a Black person in that room that day when they wrote that, we the people. That's why I don't get how Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that are not in the truth can sit and dress up for Juneteenth and then turn around and have a cookout for the 4th of July. You got like mixed emotions. You have like mixed emotions. Like it's no way, you know what I'm saying? There's no way that you can stand up for your peoples and then go serve a people that is unaliving your peoples. And then on top of that, you're gonna do a whole 360 because you still gonna be celebrating these man-made holidays that was made up by white people. And then you're gonna celebrate Thanksgiving when you really don't even know the origin behind that. Okay, you got a wild name. I don't even want to even say your name on here. But okay, you say you needed to hear that? Okay. Young man, we gonna run it down and it's gonna be the last two. Let's go to Obadiah. We're gonna go to Obadiah. Give me chapter 1. We're gonna read verse 10. But this right here ain't nothing but the outcome of what's gonna be that's dealing with white supremacy. When you have it, you can read.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
And this right here is talking about white supremacy. This right here is talking about Esau, his violence against thy brother. Because when you go back to Genesis chapter 20, I want to say 25, chapter 25, verse 35, when it talks about how Esau and Jacob, Esau and Jacob was twins. But You got the promised seed coming from Isaac being passed through Jacob. But go ahead, though, young man.
Come. Shame shall cover thee.
Shame is going to cover you, white supremacy. Shame is going to cover you. But you know when shame is going to cover white supremacists? When they are at their lowest. Right now, y'all still doing it up because y'all still believing, thinking that Trump is going to make America great again. America was only great when the Native American Indians was on this land. That's when America was great. That's when America was great. America ain't never been the same when them pilgrims stepped foot on this land. I can imagine when they step foot on here, I know the sky turned charcoal gray, black. It's never been the same. It has never been the same. But don't worry, when that sky crack, it's gonna be glorious. But go ahead though, young man.
And shall be cut for anger.
Hold up, just for a few months.
And thou shall be cut for anger.
Hold up. Let's talk about a few years.
And thou shalt be cut forever.
Listen here, white supremacy. It is no expiration date on forever. It is no expiration date on forever. You know, forever reminds me of, I remember I was sitting, man, I was sitting in what you call a lifers group. Bored, young, I didn't know what I was doing. White boy stood up. White boy said that he came in the penitentiary with a date and he ain't got one to tell him when he going out. Meaning that he is going to die in the penitentiary. Guess what? White supremacy. It ain't no expiration date on forever. You is going to go in slavery forever. Forever. You is going to go in slavery forever. Your name would not be in no type of remembrance. Ain't nobody gonna know you. You're just gonna be known as a slave. That's all. But let's go to give me verse 17 and 18.
Come. Verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
Oh man. And the house of Jacob gonna possess their possessions. Going to possess their possessions. These are talking about these other nations. And you can find that. I'm gonna give you a quick precept. Go, you can look at Isaiah chapter 14, verse 1 and 2. Revelations chapter 13, 9 and 10. Come back to Isaiah, get Isaiah 14 and 21. Boom. Lamentations chapter 5 and verse 7. All this going in, all this coming in together because you will have some white people talking about you. I wasn't back there during that time. Lamentation 5 and 7 to take care of that. So now, for those that don't think that you are going to be slaves and you think that you gonna get out of that, Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 12 take care of you for that. It'll take care of you for that. But hey, listen, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. You know, really appreciate it. Tomorrow night, for all those that tune in tonight, hey y'all, come back in here. Come back in here. Got a powerful scripture breakdown class tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? With a priest and officer of 1,000, Karyala. Start at 7, end at 9. And y'all tune in. And you know what I'm saying? Like once again, I thank y'all for tuning in. We got the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. It's gonna be Friday, September 11th, 2026. You can find that in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. I'm gonna give a courtesy salute to my brothers, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakathon. To my sisters, Yahweh Shemar Alathan, Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Hey, y'all, class dismissed.